All right, let's see what's
I'm
going on
Christina
here.
Ohio in Dallas, and here are your top stories. The Tim Walz administration hired a migrant convicted of sexual assault to a high-ranking position in the Minnesota Department of Education. The move raising questions about the state's hiring practices and immigration enforcement. Wilson Tindy, who serves as the Director of Internal Audit and Advisory Services, was convicted in 2016 of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct for assaulting a woman
Tim
in
Walz,
her home,
what are you
according to court records.
doing?
Tindy's conviction stemmed from an
Tampon
incident where he broke
Tim,
into
what the
that woman's
fuck?
home and assaulted her while she slept. He pleaded guilty to the sexual assault charge in exchange for dismissal of a first-degree burglary charge. He was sentenced to 2 years in prison, which was stayed for 5 years, meaning he avoided jail time and served 210 days in a workhouse. Additionally, Tindy was required to register as a predatory offender. Despite being a felon and a registered sex offender, Tindy was not deported, but instead was hired for a role overseeing internal audits and taxpayer spending accountability at the Minnesota Department of Education. Tindy also had a prior accusation from 2012 for a similar
Minnesota,
offense,
you guys
though
are
no
cooked.
charges were filed. Tindy, a green card holder, faced deportation proceedings after his 2016 conviction. An immigration judge ordered his removal to Kenya, which was upheld by the Board of Immigration Appeals. However, an appeals court stayed the deportation, and after 18 months in ICE custody, Tindy was released. He later tried to vacate his guilty plea, arguing that his defense attorney failed to warn him of the immigration consequences. Calls are now being made for ICE to revisit Tindy's case, and questions are being raised about how a sex offender felon has not lost his green card, but instead is employed with taxpayer funds. Minnesota Department of Education
how's he
officials
still
have not
employed? That's
commented on
crazy.
Tindy's employment or
Minnesota,
the
what the
background
fuck are you
check
doing?
process. That's
You guys
what
are
you need to know.
nuts.
In Dallas, Christina Ohio.
That's fucking gross.
A startling case of electronic stalking has authorities and the victim hoping it will lead to a change in Nebraska law.
Yeah, a suspect is
Nebraska.
behind bars, and you'll be shocked to see the lengths he went to tracking his ex. Mike McKnight
Jesus
with the
fuck.
First Alert 6
We
investigation.
got stalker behavior going on here.
By not showing her face so you won't see the tears, but listen to the fear in the voice of this stalking victim.
I was afraid to leave my house and take my dog for a walk because I didn't know if he was going to be there, what he was going to do.
After secretly moving with her daughter, the stalking victim discovered by accident how her ex found them.
I reached down for her AirPods that fell out and then just reached down and pulled that out instead.
A tracking device, but not the last one she found. After downloading an app for tracking trackers and then using a plumber's camera to search underneath her vehicle.
That was the third one.
All taken into evidence by Bellevue Police Detective Karen Wrigley, who found the devices in magnetic key holders placed under the vehicle.
Yes, well hidden. If you go underneath the car, then you can kind of see it if you know what you're looking for.
But it's not enough to tie the tracking device to the victim's ex, because prosecutors say Nebraska's electronic stalking laws are weak.
The problem in the law is that there's nothing prohibiting people from using AirTags or other devices to track individuals without their consent.
The victim hopes senators will toughen laws on electronic stalking.
It's not a law right now that it's illegal to track somebody, and that's scary because that puts people like me in a position who are coming from a domestic violence situation at a great risk.
Despite having the tracking devices
insane.
in evidence,
That's actually
the
pretty
detective
crazy.
needed more
Because
to
in
make
California,
the case.
there are
You have to be able to prove a
laws.
continuous pattern, and you have to be able to prove the intent behind it.
So an app that helps locate hidden tracking devices isn't enough. The victim has also installed a dash cam along with a camera in the back window to catch any kind of suspicious activity around her vehicle. The detective gathered enough evidence to arrest 48-year-old Michael Herman, who pled no contest to both felony and misdemeanor stalking, along with violation of a protection order. But Detective Wrigley isn't done with the investigation.
I'm concerned that he's not allowed to have weapons, and there's two handguns that are still outstanding that we have not been able to locate yet.
Oh.
This is one of the handguns the detective is looking for, though she says the
Uh-oh.
defendant denies knowing where to find it.
I will keep looking.
Meanwhile, the stalking victim works to make sure she can't be found again.
It's just pure fear because your body freezes and you don't know what to do because
He's
you don't
hiding
know
some
what the intent is.
In Bellevue, Mike
He's hiding some pew-pews.
Michael Herman is being held on a $50,000 bond. Sentencing is scheduled for early September. Now, Sarpy County domestic violence prosecutors hope a state senator will introduce a bill making electronic stalking a crime.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in California yeah, cyber stalking. So it's under the cyber stalking umbrella. Okay. So yeah, in California there's already laws, right, in place. So don't do it. I'm surprised Nebraska hasn't fucking. Well, I guess that's Nebraska for you. The fucking deep south. Or well, the middle mountain.
Iran's intelligence services are now considered the most dangerous state-level threat to Britain. That's according to a new report from the UK Parliament, and it's raising concerns far beyond British borders. The UK's Intelligence and Security Committee says Iran has stepped up efforts to intimidate, kidnap, or kill people inside the United Kingdom. Officials say British security services have disrupted at least 15 plots since 2022, targeting dissidents, dual nationals, and individuals tied to Israel. The committee describes Iran's intelligence network as ferociously well-resourced and says British policy has focused too narrowly on Tehran's nuclear program while underestimating other threats. The report warns Iran also carries out cyber attacks, online harassment, and digital espionage. The UK now ranks just behind the US and Saudi Arabia as a top target for Iranian cyber operations. And tensions resurfaced earlier this month when a top Iranian official joked on state TV about launching a drone strike on President Donald Trump. U.S. intelligence agencies have previously warned of credible threats tied to Iran's retaliation for the 2020 killing of General Qasem Soleimani. Iranian leaders have pushed back. In an interview with Tucker Carlson, President Masoud Pezeshkian denied his government had anything to do with assassination plots, calling it a false narrative pushed by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
It was Netanyahu since 1984.
Benjamin Netanyahu's feeding Trump lies on a plot for us trying to kill him.
Iran seeks a nuclear bomb.
We are not trying to kill
and it has insinuated that Iran is trying to develop a nuclear bomb in the past.
Iran's embassy in London called the UK report defamatory and rejected the claims. The report has already gone to British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who now has 60 days to respond. Analysts say it could lead to closer counterintelligence work with NATO partners, including the U.S., as Western governments reassess Iran's reach beyond its borders. For more of our unbiased, straight-fact reporting, download the Straight Arrow News app today or log on to SAN.com. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Kaylee Carey.
Straight Arrow News. What's this? Trump admin live update. Trump's back Bondi over Epstein probe criticism. Fuck you. Oh, Trump said Bondi is doing fantastic job. No, she's not. She hasn't given us information. She's lying to us. Okay, let's forget about the Epstein files for just a second. Has she given us information on Martin Luther King, JFK files, right? Yeah, no, barely. Yeah, no. She's only helping you with your attacks against the, right, illegal aliens and shit like that. So it's like, You're not giving us information, you fucking bitch. Let Pam Bondi do her job. We have let her do her job.
This is not okay.
Yeah,
this
it's not
needs
okay.
To stop now.
It insults my intelligence. It makes me very angry.
Also, he keeps talking about the 2020 fucking election. It's like, dude, fucking drop it, you fucking piece of shit. You wanna play that fucking game? Huh, bitch?
That shouldn't happen.
I've seen the 10,000 number. Do we have any sense of specifics of where those 10,000 children are found?
Yep, we can get you that.
Any details surrounding?
I can't give you the children's names, but I can give you some more statistics that'll help you build out some of the facts and detail around that. But
on the California front, I believe a federal judge yesterday ruled that some of those raids in not South Florida.
yeah, he's an idiot. I mean, he's frankly an idiot. We have all the right in the world to go out on the streets and to uphold the law and to do what we're going to do. So none of our operations are going to change. He made claims that were absolutely false. We are building cases. We are going in on doing our operations and planning them against individuals that we know are dangerous, that are violent, that have criminal activity that they've been involved in, and that's how we're building our cases. So he's making up garbage, filing decisions, and we're going to appeal it, and we're going to win.
Just to follow up, though, before the appeal, you said you're going to continue those operations?
Yeah, our operations will continue. We will be in compliance with all federal judges' orders, but what he said that we couldn't do is go out and target people based on other qualifications that he made up. We're going to continue to do our investigations on criminal activity and uphold the law. All right. Does anybody else? Trish says one more, so okay, I'll let you two ladies go. Go ahead.
Oh, we're doing it based on gender. What the fuck are you talking about, Judge? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking weirdo.
Though he won the popular vote in the United States, Donald Trump appears to be not so popular in Brazil. Protesters in Sao Paulo made an effigy of the U.S. president and then set it on fire. As the paper POTUS went up in flames, they cheered and chanted, "Brazil is ours and Trump out."
Wait, was Trump trying to do something with Brazil?
The Trump administration's plan to increase tariffs on imports of Brazilian goods from 10% to 50%. That increase would take effect on August 1st. The U.S. relies heavily on Brazil for coffee and orange juice. About a third of the coffee and half of the orange juice sold in the U.S. comes from the South American country. Brazil is also the world's leading sugar producer. The move comes as Trump criticized Brazil's treatment of its former president, Jair Bolsonaro.
They're treating President Bolsonaro very unfairly.
Bolsonaro, sometimes referred to as the Trump of the tropics, is on trial in Brazil for attempting to overturn the results of the 2022 election in that country. In response to Trump's tariff announcement,
election fraud
Brazil President Lula
allegations.
Da Silva said his country would impose retaliatory tariffs of 50% on U.S. goods. And unless the two countries are able to resolve their dispute, some of the U.S.'s favored breakfast beverages are about to get a lot more expensive.
No!
This is
my
Inside Edition Digital.
Juice. No! No, sugar. My sugar. Oh, my sugar. Alright, anyway. Yeah, basically Trump owes us a lot of information, and he's withholding information. He's being shady. He's withholding information like how everybody wants to go after fucking Snowden and Julian Assange. Right? They gave out too much information. Now they are forever in the crosshairs. They get even more. Could this country get any more greedier? I mean, to begin with, we don't even buy a lot, right? We don't buy a lot of stuff from Brazil. It's very few things. So it's like the whole tariff thing. Does it really hurt them that much, right? Anyways, there you have it. That's gonna do it for our news segment, or quick news segment.